Discover now the 7 foods capable of destroying worms in your intestines, naturally and very simply, with powerful ingredients you already have at home and didn't know. It's surprising how few people talk about this topic nowadays. Many think worm infestations are a thing of the past, but the truth is they are still quite common and can cause several health problems. Did you know that the risk of having a parasite is higher in certain areas and situations than you might imagine? For example, living in or visiting places like daycares, schools, and even your workplace can increase your chances of contracting parasites. This is because these locations can have a higher concentration of parasites due to inadequate treatment of human or animal waste. Additionally, if you do not follow proper hygiene practices or have a weakened immune system, the risk also increases. And let's not forget our beloved pets, which can be a source of parasites, as these organisms and their eggs often live in their fur. Did you know that? Therefore, it is important to be aware of these personal risk factors to take preventive measures against parasitic infections in the future. Do you know that feeling of constant fatigue, hair loss, recurring anemia? Well, all these symptoms can be caused by worms in your intestines or even in other parts of the body, as these parasites can migrate to places like the lungs and brain, further compromising your health. But don't worry. There are nutrient-rich foods that can help fight these worms and improve your health daily, in addition to some dietary changes to properly cleanse parasites. Using a parasite cleanse incorrectly can have undesirable consequences for your health. That's why I decided to create this video to share with you and your family these valuable tips to get rid of worm infestations. At the end of the video, I'll share a recipe for a super powerful anti-worm juice that you can make at home for a 7-day detox. Welcome to the Intestinal Life channel. Here, we are a team dedicated to intestinal health. Let's explore together more about how to keep our intestines healthy, identify signs of intestinal problems, and learn how to prevent them. Additionally, you will find videos on treatments, healthy habits, and natural tips to improve your intestinal health and your overall life. Subscribe to the channel and give a thumbs up if you're interested in content like this. This helps YouTube understand that you care about your intestinal health and want to receive our videos. That way, you won't miss any updates. Sharing with friends and family is also a way to help save lives, especially for those who don't have access to this information. After all, intestinal health, including the balance of the intestinal microbiota, known as the gut flora, has a significant impact on our overall health. Every week, we, as doctors, see patients with worm infestations who never imagined they had parasites in their bodies. They present symptoms like chronic fatigue, abdominal pain, bloating, and gas. Sometimes, people go through doctors without finding out what's causing their symptoms. Have you ever had those nagging health problems like dizziness, ringing in the ears, malaise, or hair loss, and no doctor could identify the cause? If you're taking a lot of vitamins, supplementing iron, and still not feeling better, you might be dealing with a worm infestation. Nowadays, there are many different types of worms that affect people, and this is not limited to those living in rural areas or in the north/northeast of the country. Worm contamination can happen daily in various ways, whether through food, eating out, consuming poorly washed foods, or even through contact with contaminated surfaces like the phone we take to the bathroom. There are more than 100 types of worms that can affect humans, and sometimes it can be difficult to identify if someone at home is showing these symptoms. One of the most common is the roundworm, scientifically called Ascaris lumbricoides, which is well known. It can cause fear because some people are afraid of seeing it whole in their stools. Many people ask me if, when treating for worms, they will be eliminated whole, but this is not always the case. Most of the time, worms are excreted in fragmented form because the body digests them. Ascaris can cause abdominal pain, intestinal obstruction, and gas problems. Some people experience alternating symptoms between diarrhea and constipation, meaning one day the intestine works normally, and the next day it is blocked. Something important and little known is that Ascaris can migrate to the lungs, where it goes through a phase of its life cycle. Did you know that worms in the body can cause a dry cough? Sometimes people think it's just an allergy or a mold problem at home, but it can be due to the presence of worms. Sometimes worms can be identified through a chest X-ray, but they are not always visible. It takes a well-trained doctor to recognize these signs. When we go through treatment for worms, symptoms usually improve. This happens because some worms, like Ascaris, go through a phase in the lungs, Another well-known worm is Enterobius, also called pinworm or threadworm, which causes itching in the anal region. If you're experiencing itching in that area, it could be a sign of a worm infestation. But Enterobius is not limited to causing itching in the anus. It also feeds on your nutrients in the intestine. This means that even if you eat well and take vitamins, these nutrients could be going directly to the worms. Another worm to mention is Trichuris, known as the whipworm, which can cause chronic diarrhea, abdominal pain, and, in severe cases, even malnutrition. Taenia solium, a type of parasite, poses a significant danger to human health. When this creature infests the body, it can trigger a severe condition known as cysticercosis, where its larvae have the ability to migrate to vital organs, including the brain. A real-life case that vividly illustrates the dangers of cysticercosis is that of a patient I recently treated. She developed the condition in her eyes, an alarming situation that seriously threatens her vision. The parasite's larvae caused such severe ocular inflammation that she is on the verge of losing her sight. Unfortunately, in some cases, removing the worm from the eye is impossible, making treatment even more complex and challenging. Additionally, it is important to highlight that some parasitic worms have the ability to form blockages in the intestine. These blockages can obstruct the passage of food, causing unpleasant symptoms like persistent diarrhea and colitis, a painful inflammation of the intestine. It is concerning to think that many people diagnosed with colitis or intestinal inflammation may actually be suffering from a parasitic infestation. The diversity and severity of health problems associated with parasitic worms are impressive and require careful attention. Therefore, it is essential to be aware of the risks and symptoms related to parasitic infestation and seek specialized medical help at the slightest sign of warning. But let's get straight to the point. What really matters are the foods that can help combat these problems. If you have family members who are experiencing symptoms like recurring anemia, hair loss, and skin problems, it's important to pay attention to this video. Share it, as it can make all the difference in their lives and yours. An essential food you should include in your diet is carrots. Consume them at least 3 to 4 times a week. I regularly prepare detox juice with carrots myself. Carrots are excellent for fighting worms because of their beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that benefits the skin, hair, and the quality of the body cells. Additionally, beta-carotene converts to vitamin A in the body, strengthening the immune system and combating intestinal worms. The fibers found in carrots also help remove worms from the intestines, facilitating their elimination through feces. The second food that can help is pumpkin seeds, preferably raw pumpkin seeds. When we buy them already roasted, we don't know how they were prepared, if it was with oil, for example. So, roast them in the oven. In a study published in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences in 2016, researchers found that pumpkin seed extracts helped reduce the number of parasite eggs and adult parasites. Pumpkin seeds contain a substance called cucurbitacin, which is toxic to worms, paralyzing them in the intestine. This causes the body to eliminate them naturally, helping to get rid of worm infestations. Another food you should consider is garlic. Garlic is known for its antimicrobial and antiparasitic properties, and it is an excellent ally in the fight against worms. Consuming raw garlic can help eliminate parasites from the intestines. However, it is important to be aware that eating raw garlic can leave a strong breath. If this concerns you, try cutting it into small pieces and swallowing with water like pills, or adding it to a raw salad, which also works well. Another food I love and recommend is coconut oil. Coconut oil is known for its antibacterial and antifungal properties. But did you know it is also effective against intestinal parasites? Coconut oil contains medium-chain fatty acids that help destroy worms and their larvae. You can use coconut oil in your meals, cook with it, or even take a tablespoon daily to help cleanse your intestines of parasites. I use extra virgin coconut oil and suggest you do the same to ensure you are getting all the benefits of this incredible substance. The next food that should be on your list is turmeric. Turmeric is a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant that also has antiparasitic properties. Curcumin, the main active compound in turmeric, is responsible for these effects. You can add turmeric powder to your meals or make a turmeric tea to help eliminate worms and improve overall intestinal health. Studies show that turmeric can inhibit the growth and reproduction of parasites, making it a valuable addition to your anti-worm diet. So, as you can see, there are a number of foods that can help fight worms and improve your intestinal health. However, if you suspect you may have a parasitic infestation, it's always a good idea to consult a doctor for proper guidance and treatment. Incorporating these foods into your diet can provide natural support to your body in fighting parasites, but it's important to address any health concerns with professional medical advice. Now that you know the importance of these foods in combating worms, let's talk about some other practical tips to help you maintain good intestinal health and prevent parasitic infestations. First and foremost, always wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water before eating or preparing food. Proper hand hygiene is essential to avoid ingesting parasite eggs that may be present on contaminated surfaces. Additionally, be sure to wash fruits and vegetables thoroughly before consuming them. This helps remove any potential eggs or parasites that may be present on the surface. Another important tip is to avoid drinking untreated water or water from dubious sources. Contaminated water can be a source of parasite eggs and larvae, so it's best to stick to treated or filtered water. If you're traveling to an area with questionable water quality, consider drinking bottled water to reduce your risk of exposure. Lastly, regular deworming can be an effective way to keep your body free of parasites. Talk to your doctor about the best deworming schedule for you and your family. Depending on your risk factors and lifestyle, your doctor may recommend periodic deworming treatments to keep parasites at bay. In conclusion, combating intestinal worms is crucial for maintaining overall health and well-being. Incorporating these anti-parasitic foods into your diet can provide natural support in eliminating worms and preventing infestations. Remember to practice good hygiene, stay mindful of your water source, and consider regular deworming as part of your health routine. By taking these proactive steps, you can help protect yourself and your loved ones from the harmful effects of parasitic infestations. Stay healthy and take care of your intestines. And don't forget to try the powerful anti-worm juice recipe that I promised. This juice is made with carrots, garlic, pumpkin seeds, coconut oil, and turmeric. It's simple to make, delicious, and a natural way to help rid your body of worms. Drink this juice daily for a week to see the best results. Thank you for watching, and if you found this information helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more tips on maintaining a healthy gut and overall well-being.